You're going to work 2 of these on your own, so pick 3 that you want to do together. It can be any 3. If y'all want to go in order, we can. You want to just go in order? Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Alright, what do we have to do first before we graph these 2 inequalities? Yes, put them in slope-intercept form. Alright, so let's start with this first one. How would I put this in slope-intercept form? Subtract x. Very good. Do I have to do anything else? So this is in slope-intercept form? Yes. Alright, Brandon, what do I have to do for this one to get y by itself? Okay, so it'd be negative 2x on this side. And then what? Good. Why does it flip? Very good. Tell me what everything else will be.
2x plus 2.
Good. Any questions about that part? Yes.
Wouldn't it be 2x minus 2 because the one above it should be positive?
Yes. Thank you. That was my bad, not yours. I just wrote it down wrong. Thank you. Alright, so for this first one that we were doing, Caleb, what's the slope?
Negative 1.
And the y-intercept?
4. 0, 4.
And solid or dash?
Solid.
And are we going to shade above or below it?
Above.
Alright, how'd you know above?
Because it's greater than.
Good, because it says greater than, so greater than's above, less than is below. Alright, Rihanna, what is the slope for this one?
2.
And the y-intercept?
0.
Solid or dash? Above or below? Good. Questions about that part? Alright, go ahead and graph this one first. Oh, for the shading. So don't use colored pencils yet, just graph them in like your pencil. Or you can graph them in colored pencils if you want, it's fine. So graph 4 first, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'd go what? Over 1, which way? Very good. And go ahead and graph that one, it should be solid. And let's graph both of the lines first before we do our shading. So on this one, I graph negative 2, and then I go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and it should be dashed. Alright, now we do the color pencils. So use one of them to do your shading for your first line. So I'm going to use pink for my first line. And I'm going to go to the solid line and shade what? Above. Good. Shade lightly. And then I'm going to take another color, and for my dash line I'm going to shade above or below. Below. Very good. So now I need a volunteer, and you can't really tell good with my stuff up here because it looks like the same color. Caleb, will you turn that light off for me? Maybe that'll help. Can y'all tell where my colors mix? Kinda? Alright, where at? Somebody come point to me. Come on up, Madison. Got this. Just point to where my colors are mixing. Which region? Good. So all of this I want you to color in very dark so I can tell where your solution is. This shaded region is your solution. And what that means is you can pick any point in this shaded region. It'll work for both inequalities. But let's check it just to make sure. So, Amy, tell me one point that's going to be in this shaded region. Any point.
6, 0.
Alright, so let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6, 0 is going to be in there. So let's check it. And what I mean by that, I'm going to plug this in for what? This for y. So here's my original. if I plug in 6 for x right here, do I have to put anything for y? Nope. Is 6 greater than or equal to 4? Yes. Let's try the next one. So it'd be 2 times 6 minus 0 greater than 2. Is 12 greater than 2? Yes. So I know that's correct. What would happen if I tried to plug in 0, 0? It wouldn't work, but why? Very good. Everybody understand? Any questions? So this is on your test, this is what I'll be grading if this is correct. So your lines have to be correct, shading, and solution area. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, Bryant, tell me how to put this one in slope-intercept form.
Subtract x and then divide by 3.
Very good. So I'll have 3y is less than negative x plus 3. And you said divide by 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Do I have to change the sign?
No.
Alright.
Positive.
So it'd be y is what?
Less than 1/3
Just 1/3?
plus 1.
This is a what? Not 1, but
Negative 1.
yes. Plus what?
1.
Good. Questions about that part? Alright, Darius, tell me how to put this one in slope-intercept form. And then? So tell me what that'll give me. Good. Questions about that part? Alright, Sierra, what's my slope in the first one? Good. And what's my y-intercept? Solid or dash? Good. And above or below? Very good. Alright, Toby, what's my slope in this one? Y-intercept? Solid or dash?
Solid.
Above or below?
Below.
Very good. Alright, somebody come graph this first line for me. You want to do it, Sid? I thought I saw your hand up. Just graph this line up here. And then can somebody graph the second line after Sydney? Alright. What about Simon? Will you graph the second line for me?
Sure.
Thank you, Sid. Alright, and then I'll need 2 people to do the shading. One for first line, one for second line. Any volunteers? Alright, Nicole, you can do the first one if you'll shade under Sydney's line, and hers is the dash line. And then Evan, if you'll do the solid line. Y'all can come on up. Thanks, Carmen. Alright, before you start, Evan. First, before we start shading, are these correct? These lines? Oops. Are they graphed correctly? Yes? Okay. I'll let you have blue. And then once he gets done, do the pink. Okay. Thank you. Alright, so stay up here for a second. Where is the solution region, if you'll point to it? Very good. Everybody see that? Thank y'all. This is your solution region. Alright, now somebody pick a point in that area. Just give me a random point. Anybody? Alright, let me make sure 1, 2, 3 in this region. You want to do 3, -2? Alright, 3, -2 will work. So I'm just checking this. So if I plug in 3 for x, that'll be 3. 3 times -2 is what? 3 times -2. Good. -6 plus 3 would be what? Alright, is -3 less than 3? Yes. Alright, if I plug it in here, -2 times this -2 for y will make what? 4. Good. Plus 3? 7. Is 7 greater than or equal to 4? Yes. Very good. Is everybody okay with that one? Alright, one more together. So this next one's kind of tricky. Let's see how much y'all remember. Make me proud. What is the slope of this first line? Y is less than or equal to 1. Yes, very good. What's the y-intercept? 1? Everybody agree? Alright, how do you know the slope was 0 on this line? This is what kind of line? Good. So horizontal lines always have a slope of 0. What about this next one? Yes, because this is what kind of line? Vertical. What's the y-intercept? Good. I'll put does not exist. D-N-E. Alright. Julia, will this be solid or dash, this first one? And above or below? Good. Alright, Catherine, will this be solid or dash?
Dash.
Above or below? Good. Alright, let's start graphing. So this one I'll graph 1 and go straight across since it's horizontal. This one's vertical, so I'll go to 2 on my x-axis. It's going to be dash. Alright, and for my shading, for the horizontal line, do I shade above or below it? Good. And for my vertical line, left or right? Very good. So you can see the part where they're mixing is right here, and it makes a rectangle. Go ahead and darken that in. And we don't have to check a point because I think y'all know how to do it, but somebody just tell me a point in that shaded region. Any point. 4, 1? Yes, 4, -1 would work. Alright, you're doing 4 and 5 on your own. Once you get done, raise your hand so I can come check it. You can also talk to each other to get help from each other on this.